what motivated you to found and lead the Nairobi chapter, ACM-W
Um,
chapter?
yeah, so there's a bit of a story there. Um, so it's just that I didn't actually set out to do that. I didn't say, oh, let's start a chapter that's going to be very important. It actually was that so we had this celebration of women in computing in 2022, and a colleague invited me into the organizing committee. So that's how it started. And so that first edition of Celebration of Women in Computing in Africa was hosted by a university in Nigeria. So I was just coming in as somebody who's been invited. In fact, they'd already been meeting for like half a year and so on. So I was invited to the team. I put my whole into everything I do. Okay, if I'm not doing all of it, I'm not doing any of it. So I threw myself into that role. I eventually became the co-chair for East Africa because we do an Africa-wide celebration. So we had a chair for East Africa. So during these celebrations are led by the steering committee, the Europeans, the ACM-W chair. So Ruth Lennon and Rukia were the ones who were leading that effort, the first edition. And they told us that it's good to have chapters. It's good to have. So there was a chapter in Nigeria. I don't know if it pre-existed the celebration or it started during the celebration. So the following year, when we were hosting it in Kenya, I was, it was the same thing. We encourage you to have a chapter. So that's how it started. It is a bit of a challenge now because I wanted, and I was also, advised to hand over to a new chair, but actually no one was willing to take the role. I think that was last year, yes, because last year we were a year old. And I was keen to hand over the reins to someone else. And I asked the team members, people are so busy actually, and I'm so stretched myself that I feel like I'm failing in the role, to be honest. We're not having as many activities. We did have a great activity last year where we went to a girls' high school and they just loved our visit. They had so many questions about STEM careers, and we brought them some gifts. We bought some just notebooks and pens, and they were so happy to have us. So, I think there's a lot we can do. Just here in Nairobi, there are many schools like that, girls' schools, high schools that we can visit, and it's something that we enjoy doing. But I just can't seem to find the time to organize, even just a meeting of the team. Yeah, I feel a little bit guilty about that, but we have a year to do something, so we will definitely do something.